We've got our makeshift table outside today because it is beautiful weather in Minnesota, which is very suspicious. Suspicious weather because, like they say, there's a calm before the storm.
Yeah,
and
the end of July brought with it 50-degree weather for about a month, and all of a sudden it's like, oh hey, we forgot about the rest of summer, so now it's 80 again.
we don't trust Minnesota. Never ever trust Minnesota.
Putting the snow tires on tomorrow.
Yep. I wouldn't say this is necessarily a review, unboxing, preview, because he's going to do a full article on it with a system build. Do you have any idea what kind of system you're going to do?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say ITX. But beyond that, I haven't given it too much thought.
What I've always liked about Inwin is their packaging is really nice. They've got this.
I love this like rubberized foam as opposed to styrofoam, where you try and grab it, pull it out of the carton, and snap something off. Jeez.
That's for sure. The original D-frame was inspired by the Ducati Monster motorcycle, the frame. And it was so popular, even though it was only a limited series, they had made, what, 500 of them?
I think that's what the number was, yeah.
Now, these aren't a limited series. You can actually purchase one, and I'll put the retail price up on the screen for you from Newegg.com.
It's quite the large, nice bag. Almost like a lot of power supplies come in. Similar style of bag, anyway. Alright, so what do we have here? Looks like actually designed into it, they have a handle on the top here. It's like knurled, a little S piece that goes, at least without a system installed, it's balanced well.
Is it light or heavy?
It's, I don't know if I'd say it's light, but it's lighter than you would expect, I think. I'll just take this off quick. I think this is also thinner glass than the full-size D-frame. I think it's also a little bit different mounting as well. It is good to see, though, that these are the little rubber grommets there, so it's not just resting on screws, but yeah, there's no cutout for CPU backplates. It's a nice finish, though. Nice black, and I like the aluminum edges that aren't all the same, I guess. It's kind of nice to...
So it was machined and then it was polished.
Looks like it.
Because the edges are bare aluminum, but they're polished.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Painted the
matte black.
Or coated, at least. They're just little knurled, well, I guess they'd be knurled nuts, technically, because they're threaded on the inside. Tempered glass. I like that it's smoked. That's kind of nice. With these little rubber stopper things, it's almost a little bit sad that they're taped down. I mean, there'd be obviously something you can remove if you want to, but they're taped down in place. It'd be nice if they were removable, so if you only wanted to have it in one position all the time, you wouldn't have to, have all of them on there. But it's designed in a way so that you can have this go on any face of the cube that you want, since there's rubber bumpers on every side. So if you wanted to have like a workbench or a test bench style, you could leave it flat, and then obviously I would call this the default orientation, because the handle would be up on top here then. And then you have a power supply on the bottom, kind of one of the standards. And obviously you could switch it around and have the power supply on top. kind of a reverse ATX, reverse ITX, I guess. Or you could have it completely upside down, have all your outputs going down and your fans or radiators on top, assuming you had the right connectors to make that work, I guess, or if you didn't need connectors for some reason. Of course, you could always go that way. Not exactly sure I would, or not sure why you would want to, but I guess it's just another option, or just sort of another feature since all the other sides needed these bumpers anyway. But yeah, and then as you can see, there's room for 220mm fans up there, and it's also supposed to be able to fit a radiator, which from the looks of it, you'd either have to have a radiator that I've never seen yet, or you'd have to put the fans in first and then the radiator on top of that. And then things that I'll include in the review is like how much clearance you have between various parts in the radiator and fans, so if you want to do like push-pull or a thicker radiator or anything like that, see where you would start running into issues. But just looking at it from now, I don't think it'd be that bad. I mean, you'd have pretty much up until the motherboard, because the graphics card doesn't line up with the radiator that much. So there's the Inwin logo there on the radiator / fan shroud. I think that's actually the only place that they have Inwin on this case. It's just on that shroud there. So we've got the little rubber grommets for the windows, and the aluminum plate for the power supply here has a nice cutout for the D-Frame MINI little logo, I guess you'd call it. It's kind of nice that they didn't just slap an ugly sticker on it somewhere. Not that there's that many places to put stickers, but and all these places where it's welded, all the tubes and all the areas on the plate that are welded are all, I mean, they look really nice. I mean, it's, I know that, you know, whatever, it might not matter that much, but it's the attention to detail is the kind of things I like, and I like the finish. I mean, it's sort of a slightly textured matte black. I think it also comes in, what, orange and red with varying different colors of bumpers. But one thing I didn't notice right away, I guess I wasn't really looking for it, but if you're the kind of person that likes to always have your I/O shield in your computer case, yeah, it's not going to work because you don't have one. There is no plate area to mount your I/O shield for your motherboard. So it's just the two mounting points for your graphics cards. And a creepy white band. Cheaps.
That's the first thing I thought too. Hey kids, you want some candy?
We have a power button here, a nice little one kind of tucked up there. Looks like must be the power LED, unless it's a reset switch. I can't really tell at the moment. Two USB 3.0 ports, microphone, headphone, and then a hard drive activity light. And obviously all the associated cables that go with that. They are sleeved, and as far as factory sleeving goes, I've certainly seen worse. It looks like, what, the PET sleeving, and looks like 3 trays for hard drives, and it looks like they have 2.5 for SSD mounting holes as well. And they're just attached with thumb screws. I think they're spring-loaded. Nope. Oh yeah, they are spring-loaded. And you don't have to worry about losing them. It's pretty nice. So you can either have your 3.5-inch drive or your 2.5-inch drive mounted on those. Well, here's a little off the cuff. I don't know, so if this doesn't sound completely possible, we're just making it up as we go. But one idea, I almost kind of wish that this power supply mount was removable in some way, other than Dremel. Slightly permanent, more permanent anyway. Because then, if you could flip this over, so that you have a tech bench arrangement, if you could flip that so it's on the outside, this would give you a whole lot of room to do stuff like mounting radiators. I mean, you could, without this, I mean, even with the power supply still there, you could fit quite a bit of radiator in there. But I mean, if that was just flipped to the outside, man, you could fit a lot of radiators in there. Take the motherboard tray, flip it over. Instant tech bench. Well, not instant, but pretty quick tech bench anyway.
That's a great idea. I bet you Inwin didn't even think of that.
Looks like it'll fit.
Yeah.
I mean,
just flip it over. Sure. Got a nice stand.
Yeah. And I mean, with that, you could put a radiator under there too still. Leave the radiator down there, the power supply, everything underneath. Have a nice tech bench.
Yeah.
I might actually have to try that.
You should.
Might have to be one of the review pictures. Be like, wow, just in case you feel like having a tech bench.
I'm already brainstorming like ideas for parts that you could attach onto the tube, like radiator mounting.
Oh, I feel like that would be really easy. Well, actually, they have these for cable management. They're basically just pipe clamps. So I mean, you know, you just put something like this on with maybe, most likely you'd probably want a rubber liner on the inside, but I mean, it'd be fairly easy to, you know, just throw it on, well, maybe not that way, maybe this way. Throw it on here, something that actually you could mount whatever you want to.
You could set up a bracket system and have the single 140s just right here, just alongside there if you have it in this orientation. Yeah, I think it's kind of like, I don't know, it's like Tinker Toys or something. Oh, what are those? Well, Bill's showing his age. But
I know what Tinker Toys are.
They still make them, don't they? I hope.
I think they're plastic now, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I used to play with my, I think it was my dad's old set. It was either my dad's old set or uncle's old set or something like that. Anytime we'd go to my grandparents' house, and they were wooden ones. And I remember one year I got a set for Christmas because I wanted Tinker Toys, and then I got a new set and they were all plastic, and so I was slightly disappointed because I wanted wooden ones. Hope you enjoyed our little quick unboxing here in our nice Minnesota weather. Keep an eye out on the Mod Zoo. We'll have a review, full review of this coming up, hopefully with a complete water loop. Should get a whole water loop. We like to do that kind of thing at the Mod Zoo. So if you follow us on Facebook or on Twitter, I'm sure we'll also have a nice post on there letting you know as soon as we publish it.